More than 20 learners from Marhagi Secondary School in Verena and Mpumalanga were rushed to the KwaMhlanga clinic and hospital on suspected food poisoning after they complained of headaches, stomach cramps, and some began vomiting. Now, it's alleged that the learners consumed atchaar at school. We cross to our colleague Nonhlanhla Ntshingila, who's there for us. Nonhlanhla, good morning. So, one of several cases of suspected food poisoning, and this, of course, in a week where we unfortunately saw the burial of 6 children, 5 unfortunately on Sunday, and of course another one who passed away later. But talk to us about what's happening in Mpumalanga and what we are told the children consumed, where and how.
It's a very good morning to you, Sakina, and the viewers at home. This morning we are at Marhagi Secondary School that is situated in Verena Nzuza section in Mpumalanga. According to the report, Sakina, like you said, 21 learners consumed atchaar yesterday, and they were quickly rushed to Verena Clinic and also Verena Hospital. But then, fortunately enough, all the 21 learners, they were discharged yesterday. We got that confirmation from the head of communication in the Department of Education in Mpumalanga, Jesper Zwane. Those learners, Sakina, they did present the symptoms like headache, also vomiting, and others were having stomach cramps. This, the food poisoning thing is rather becoming a very serious issue, because just yesterday we were speaking to the Gauteng Department of Education spokesperson, whereby we were discussing the issue of food poisoning that has been happening in Gauteng, and only to find out that later on we're gonna get a case that is also confirmed in Mpumalanga. But to hear more about this, Sakina, I will be joined by one of the parents who's gonna take us through as to what really happened, what time did the children eat the atchaar, and what happened afterwards. I'll be joined by one of the parents, Mr. Mahlangu, who will tell us more about what really happened. Mr. Mahlangu Locha, sibabonyana usichazele ukuthi izolo kwenzakaleni abantwana laba nabaza khabiselwa esibhedlela.
Ngithanda ukulochisa ukhuluma ngumsayikho Mahlangu. Izolo ngithole i-call ngoma 1:30 to 2. Umntanami obe involved ku poison ye atchaar from Kreli, ngatravel from Kreli ngaya straight to hospital KwaMhlanga. By 4:30 to 5 bengisibeni KwaMhlanga esibhedlela. Okay, right, ufika kwami KwaMhlanga esibhedlela ngithola ukuthi abanye abantwana sibachechekile, inani labo sekuselele few i12 yabantwana bangaphakathi. Then ngangena ngaphakathi sabona no mem nomunye umkhamisana bomema bese ngibathole KwaMhlanga esibhedlela.
Mr. Mahlangu, akunamonakalo omkhulu owenzakeleko ebantwaneni laba bebahabiselwe esibhedlela faka hlangana newakho umntwana?
No, kona mangithi ngiyabacala abantwana laba awukho umonakalo ongathi ube snacks, ngoba bona bebazikhambela ukube mhlawumbe ngibathola ukuthi bakhamba ngambulishe or balele embhedeni bengizosho ukuthi umonakalo omkhulu, mara singazi ukuhamba kwesikhathi ngoba ipoison mayisemzimbeni womuntu ukhamba ukuthi mhlawumbe yenzeke idamage, singazi ukuthi poison le ukuthi ipoison engangani eyingozi kangangani emntwaneni or emntwini.
Bongathanda bonyana i-Department of Education ingenelele njani ebujameni obu?
Ebujameni obu i-Department of Education ngithanda ukuthi ingenelele ihlolisise kuhle into ezidlawa abantwana la esikolweni, ngoba mangithi ngiyabuza abantwana abangibuya nabo, ngoba abanye ngibuye nabo ngiyama transport, abuza ukuthi why nidle i-atchaar, why le emakhaya ningawufuni ratha ne-atchaar, bathi no badla ibisi. So i-Department of Education ngaba ngcono ukuthi yenzele abantwana iphuthu nebisi, not umratha kanje nebisi. That's why abantwana abaningi bathothi badla umratha ne-atchaar esikolweni.
Sithokozile Mr. Mahlangu.
Thokoza mina.
Sakina, that was one of the parents explaining as to what really happened, and he did tell us that he got a call from the school telling him that his child has been admitted at one of the hospitals at KwaMhlanga. When he got there, the children were not in a very bad situation because they could walk on their own instead of being on the wheelchair. And he says he would like the department to intervene because many children here, they say it will be better if ever they do something different rather than giving them pap and milk. They rather give them something different. But now with me, I have the district spokesperson who's going to speak to us, Mr. Douglas Maja, who's going to give us the reaction as to what is the department saying about this thing, because in other provinces there's been so many cases that has been reported. Fortunately enough, this is the first incident that has been reported in Mpumalanga. But to get more information, let's speak to Douglas Maja, who will tell us more about this. Mr. Maja, can you please give us more information as to what do you know about the situation?
Okay, let's correct that. I'm not the spokesperson. I'm the district director. Yes, we get this news around about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock yesterday that learners at the school at Marhagi, they were fainting, they complained about the stomach cramps, and they released them. The initial report was that we have 24 learners. Later, by around about 5 o'clock at the hospital, then we realized that we have 30 learners because the school released all the learners around about 1 o'clock when this incident happened. And then some of the learners have already gone home. So when they started to have those stomach cramps, then they went to the clinic and they were taken to the hospital. So all of these learners have been discharged. We really want to appreciate the professional care which was taken by the clinic here in Verena and by the KwaMhlanga hospital, that they were able to treat these learners. Even today we have some of the learners are back at school. We have the psychosocial support from our district, which will be looking at these particular learners in terms of the support and say how can we assist them. But we want to say parents, the schools, SGBs, the school management team, the parents must be vigilant. The basic hygiene principle must apply. We must also have, we said, when learners before they eat, they must have water, they must wash their hands. When they go to restroom, they must also wash their hands. That's why we are saying that the HOD, the head of department, will be issuing a circular to remind people about basic hygiene principles. We cannot confirm what caused the food poisoning. What we have said, we'll wait for the report from the Department of Health provincially to say what really happened. We hear that they're saying it's atchaar. We can't confirm what really happened, but we know that this was an incident which really it's concerning. So the SGBs, the SMTs must be vigilant in terms of hygiene at schools. So we'll be able to remind people when we have our meetings with principals, when we'll also remind them to say how they should take care of these learners. In terms of what the parents have raised, we got a stable diet for all the schools. It's the same. So obviously it's not the issue of the milk and pap on yesterday, because it means it will have been the whole school. So something was bought outside which created this situation. So we'll deal with these issues, because some we find that maybe are people who are selling. We'll have to check in terms of hygiene and say how careful can be, how vigilant can be. And even the learners, when they come to school, we must be able to manage that particular, but we'll also appeal to the parents to be able to manage that particular process so that we don't have this incident.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Maja, for your time. Sakina, that was Mr. Maja. For now, we will keep on tracking the story as to what is really happening.